While we were on vacation, Fox News host Tucker Carlson made the baseless claim, at least as far as he's presented evidence, that the NSA, the National Security Agency, had been spying on him. And then the story disappeared for a little bit until yesterday. Tucker appeared on the Fox Business program Mornings with Maria, hosted by the notorious Trump brown-noser Maria Bartiromo. Tucker is now saying that he recently learned that it will soon come out that not only has the NSA been spying on him, but the NSA leaked the contents of his emails to journalists in an effort to discredit him in relation to, I guess, seeking an interview with Vladimir Putin. Now, he says it's not a figment of his imagination, that it is very, very real. So let's look at this interview that he had with Maria Bartiromo. And these are very serious allegations. So let's listen to it.
The NSA spying. Tucker Carlson tonight, host Tucker Carlson, said last week on his program that he has information from a whistleblower showing that the NSA is spying on him and planning to leak sensitive communications to get his show canceled. Tucker joins us right now. Tucker, it's great to have you this morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, yeah. You are the only people I get up for, Maria. It's an honor to be here. Yeah, you don't go on TV lightly to say the government is spying on me because you sound like a crazy person. And, of course, you would never say that unless you knew that it was true. And I did know that it was true. Almost accidentally, I was in Washington for a funeral last week and ran into someone I know well who said, I have a message for you. And then proceeded to repeat back to me details from emails and texts that I sent and had told no one else about. So it was verified, and this person said, "Look,
Now, what's important to understand here is this is Tucker's assertion, and we have to be able to distinguish between if what Tucker is saying is true, then XYZ, versus simply Tucker is making this assertion and as yet has not presented any evidence for it. Now, the first thing to understand is just because we would be skeptical of this claim because there's not yet been evidence presented doesn't mean that we think the NSA is great or always acts appropriately. And this is a really important thing. In the Trump era, often if you're on the left and you say, hey, you know what? There's really no reason to doubt the FBI when the FBI said X, or there's really no reason to doubt the CIA when the CIA said Y. Sometimes right wingers and even sometimes leftists will say, oh, what? Now you love the CIA, which did all this bad stuff globally for decades? No. We're just looking at these claims. The NSA does spy on people. That's what they do. The NSA could leak stuff, but Tucker has not yet presented evidence, and maybe he will. So we're not laughing this off. If the NSA is spying on Tucker and leaking his emails, I want to know. But as you will see here, he's not yet presenting any evidence. Let's look at a little bit more of this.
It has this, and that was proven by the person repeating back the contents of the email, and is going to use it against you. Now, to be totally blunt with you, I would never have said this in public if it was something I felt was wrong or illegal or immoral. They don't actually have anything on me, but they do have my emails. So I knew they were spying on me. And again, to be totally blunt with you, as a defensive move, I thought I better say this out loud because I have no other way to defend myself. I'm just an American citizen. I don't have, any position of official authority, but I do have a megaphone.
Right. He does have a megaphone. It's a little bit. I mean, listen, when you have one of the top rated shows on one of the three major cable networks, to say you're no one special, essentially, is what he's saying. It's not exactly representative of the spirit of Tucker's privileged position, but let's not harp on that too much.
Say this out loud. And I did. And the NSA didn't deny it. Then yesterday, I learned that, and this is going to come out soon, that the NSA leaked the contents of my email to journalists in an effort to discredit me. I know because I got a call from one of them saying, oh, this is what your email was about. So it is not in any way a figment of my imagination. It's confirmed. It's true. They're not allowed to spy on American citizens. They are.
Okay. So there's a ton of stuff there. Now, Tucker says the NSA didn't deny a part of this. Let's look at what the NSA actually said, because I think it's important to actually see the wording. The NSA put out a statement saying, on June 28th, 2021, Tucker Carlson alleged that the NSA has been, quote, monitoring our communications and is planning to leak them in an attempt to take this show off the air. This allegation is untrue. Tucker Carlson has never been an intelligence target of the agency, and the NSA has never had any plans to try to take his program off the air. NSA has a foreign intelligence mission. We target foreign powers to generate insights on foreign activities that could harm the United States. With limited exceptions, like an emergency, the NSA may not target a U.S. citizen without a court order that explicitly authorizes the targeting. Now, what Tucker is focusing in on there is that the NSA doesn't deny reading his emails. Now, it is possible. And this, with all of the Trump people, American Trump people that were in contact with Russians, when the Russians were being surveilled, which we could say we don't like that this is what the NSA does, but the NSA has a foreign intelligence mission. When the NSA was monitoring Russians, when Trump people communicated with the Russians, incidentally, they observed the communications of the Americans who were in touch with the Russians, right? So Tucker then last night talked in more detail about what this is all about. What if you listen to it, it could explain some of this. OK, and then we'll talk about whether it's OK, I guess.
God, we're happy to report that. Late this spring, I contacted a couple of people I thought could help get us an interview with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
I told nobody I was doing this other than my executive producer, Justin Wells. I wasn't embarrassed about trying to interview Putin. He's obviously newsworthy.
Sure.
I'm an American citizen. I can interview anyone I want,
Absolutely.
and I plan to. But still, in this case, I decided to keep it quiet. I figured that any kind of publicity would rattle the Russians and make the interview less likely to happen. But the Biden administration found out anyway by reading my emails. I learned from a whistleblower that the NSA planned to leak the contents of those.
First of all, it's important that when you say the Biden administration, that's questionable language for this. If you understand how, Trump was constantly criticizing the FBI for things it did during his administration. If you apply this logic, that was the Trump administration, right? If any action taken by FBI, CIA, or NSA during a presidency is that presidency, that administration doing it, then it was the Trump administration that did all the things that Trump criticized the FBI for. I think that's pretty dubious.
Emails to media outlets. Why would they do that? Well, the point, of course, was to paint me as a disloyal American, a Russian operative, been called that before, a stooge of the Kremlin, a traitor doing the bidding of a foreign adversary. And of course, I'm hardly the only person who's been accused of those things.
So, okay, so let's talk about what's going on here now that we have the full picture. Many of these allegations are just unproven. OK, the leaks by the NSA to journalists, if there's evidence of that, then I want to see it. I want to know what the NSA is doing. I don't think the NSA is uniquely good or bad. American intelligence agencies sometimes do good things. Sometimes they do bad things. Sometimes it's not easy to call something good or bad. If Tucker Carlson was in touch with people he may or may not have known are Kremlin agents, Russian intelligence, who knows who Tucker was in touch with in order to try to get an interview with Vladimir Putin. If those people were being monitored by the NSA, then certainly by being in touch with them, Tucker's communications would have ended up monitored by the NSA. This is not hugely shocking or controversial. If you're talking to someone who's under surveillance, like a foreign intelligence target, then by talking to them, you're going to be surveilled. We can debate that's good or bad, but it's not shocking. So, number one, is Tucker going to present proof? We'll have to wait and see. Number two, where was Tucker on this stuff for years when it was happening already? Now, all of a sudden that he believes or is at least claiming it's happening to him, it's his number one issue. So there's a lot of stuff here to clear up, but I want to be really clear. If what Tucker is saying is true, I want to know about it. But it wouldn't be shocking that if Tucker is talking to people, foreign agents being surveilled by American intelligence, it would be logical that his side of the communication is also going to be subject to that surveillance. Not defending it, but it's exactly what you would expect. Let me know your thoughts. We'll have more of this on our Instagram, which you can find at David Pakman Show. One of our sponsors today is Blue Blocks. Blue Blocks glasses filter out the blue light coming from your computer screen, your phone, your TV, which can be really helpful because blue light from screens can cause eye strain, headaches, even trouble sleeping at night. These are my Blue Blocks glasses. They've been a big help. I'm no longer feeling that eye strain. I'm falling asleep easier at night because blue light suppresses the sleep hormone melatonin. So the Blue Blocks glasses just make it easier to fall asleep at night for many people. And Blue Blocks is the company you can trust because their glasses were developed in actual optics labs in line with the peer-reviewed academic literature. They have 40 different frames to choose from. There's even a prescription version. They also have readers. There's really something for everybody. Go to blueblocks.com/Pakman and you'll get 20% off everything in their store, plus free shipping worldwide on orders over $115.